हमको धम्म क्यों चाहिए? क्योंकि अब तो हमारे पास सब कुछ है, बाकी चीज़ें भी आ रही हैं धीरे धीरे। धम्म की ज़रूरत क्यों है हमको?
धर्म में तुम्हारा जात का ड्यूटी करो बोल रहे हैं। धम्म हमको ये सिखाते हैं कि हम कैसे वो शैकल्स से लिबरेट हो सकते हैं।
अभी क्योंकि हिंदू राष्ट्र की बात होती है, राम राज को बनाने की बात होती है, सब हिंदू हैं ऐसे लोग बोलते हैं। हाउ डू यू सी इट? और अभी फ्यूचर में कुछ लग रहा है कि मतलब हम लोगों को होपफुल रहना चाहिए या कुछ डार्कनेस नज़र आता है?
You are Shudra. Permanently. Till the end of your life, you will have to work like a slave. You are born an untouchable. So you will die an untouchable. You are born a Brahmin. Nothing you do can take you off that pedestal. You are always great. This is the concept of Atman or permanent soul.
बाबा साहेब के रास्ते पे लोग नहीं गए, अभी भी वो हिंदुइज्म में ही फंसे हुए हैं। हाउ डू यू सी इट कि वो लोग क्यों नहीं आ पा रहे हैं? इज इट बिकॉज ऑफ सेफ्रनाइजेशन ऑफ द दलित कम्युनिटी?
We are unable to think about it because we are constantly distracted. We are unable to think about what our spiritual, what our human existence is for. So that space only हमको नहीं मिला है।
तो हाउ डू यू सी कि बुद्धा को विष्णु का अवतार बताते हैं? इज इट करेक्ट या आप देखते हैं कि एक ब्राह्मणवादी साजिश है, ये एक मतलब मैनिपुलेशन प्लान है उन लोगों का?
In my opinion, it's an insult to Buddha's life and his achievement of enlightenment.
Baba Sahib said the same, that it is madness. Modi said in United Nations that I came from the land of Buddha.
Yes, he also knows. In America, in England, they are calling India as the land of Buddha. India is not land of Rama or land of Vallabhbhai Patel.
So is it a replacement to the Ram Raja, to the Ashok Raja, that how Ashoka was a great king, and you're doing a historical and cultural battle to the mindsets?
Ashoka is the ancient father of India. That time there is no story about the Rama. The Rama story is have the only 500 years old age. The Ramayanam is a totally story of Buddha.
मेरे हाथ में जो किताब आप देख रहे हैं, इसी किताब को बाबा साहेब डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर अपने सीने पर लगाए हुए थे और तब उन्होंने आखिरी सांस ली थी। 5 दिसंबर की वो दरमियानी रात थी जब बाबा साहेब डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर अपनी आखिरी सांस लेते हैं। और उससे पहले वो बुद्धा एंड इस धम्मा नाम की किताब, यानी बुद्ध और उनका धम्म नाम की जो पुस्तक है, उसकी प्रस्तावना लिखते हैं, उसमें कुछ बदलाव करते हैं और इस किताब को एक मुकम्मल अंजाम तक पहुंचाते हैं। लेकिन उसके बाद वो हमेशा के लिए हम सबको छोड़कर चले गए। लेकिन एक संदेश देते गए कि कैसे उन्हें हिंदू धर्म की जो बुराइयाँ हैं उसको छोड़कर एक ऐसे धम्म की तरफ जाना है जहाँ न्याय, समानता और बंधुता हो। बाबा साहेब कहते थे कि मैं ऐसे धर्म को मानता हूं कि जिसमें न्याय और समानता है, जिसमें बंधुता है, और वो बंधुता और न्याय उन्हें धम्म की तरफ लेके गया, तथागत बुद्ध की तरफ लेकर गया। और फिर वो अपनी ज़िंदगी के आखिरी लम्हों में, आखिरी पलों में धम्म की ही यात्रा पर चले गए। लेकिन धम्म की यात्रा लगातार जारी रहती है, लोग बुद्ध धम्म की तरफ लौटते रहते हैं। खासकर दलित बहुजन समाज के लिए धम्म को अपनाना एक बड़ी क्रांति की तरह है, क्योंकि हिंदू धर्म में उनके साथ तमाम तरह की ज़्यादतियाँ होती हैं और लोग उन्हें हमेशा के लिए छोड़कर, हिंदू धर्म को त्याग कर वो लोग बुद्ध धर्म की श्रेणी में आ जाते हैं। दक्षिण भारत में भी धम्म यात्रा को लेकर एक ज़बरदस्त आंदोलन चल रहा है, जो लोगों को ये समझा रहा है कि बाबा साहेब डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर ने जो कहा था कि मैं ऐसे धर्म को मानता हूँ, एक ऐसे धर्म को मानता हूँ जो बंधुता को सिखाए, उसी की तरफ दक्षिण भारत के राज्यों में भी एक यात्रा निकाली जा रही है। बुद्धिस्ट फ्रेटर्निटी काउंसिल नाम का एक संगठन है जिसने केरल, कर्नाटक, आंध्र प्रदेश, तेलंगाना से होते हुए और जो नासिक में दीक्षा भूमि है, नागपुर में, वहाँ पर वो लोग गए और वहाँ पर उन्होंने अपना एक अशोक स्तंभ को स्थापित किया। ये टीम लगातार यहाँ पर काम कर रही है, इसलिए मैं आपको उनसे टीम से मिलवा देता हूँ। मेरे साथ जो हैं वो पारदी प्रभु हैं, जो बुद्धिस्ट फ्रेटर्निटी काउंसिल है उसके फाउंडर हैं, और एडवोकेट मृदुला हैं जो कि स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट हैं बुद्धिस्ट फ्रेटर्निटी काउंसिल की। सो वेलकम यू ऑल। जो मृदुला हैं वो हिंदी में थोड़ा हमसे बात करेंगी, बट प्रभु अंग्रेजी में ही बात करेंगे। तो वी आर गोइंग टू हैव दिस कन्वर्सेशन इन इंग्लिश। सो वेलकम टू आवर चैनल। जय भीम।
Jai Bhim, sir. Jai Bhim.
हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
Yeah, fine, sir.
I was just listening about your movement, that how you started your campaign from Kerala to the Nagpur in Maharashtra. What was the idea behind it?
Because the first, every year we are gathering in October 14 in Vijayadashami in Diksha Bhumi. So we are celebrating Vijayadashami. Vijayan means Ashoka. but there is no Ashoka statue in Diksha Bhumi. So without Ashoka, we are celebrating. This is our cultural concentration. We don't have any deep idea for culture revolution. So we are crossing 66 years. Without Ashoka, we are celebrating Diksha Bhumi in the name of Vijayadashami. That way we got idea from that. So our Buddhist Fraternity Council to take initiate to install Ashoka statue in Diksha Bhumi. So that way we got that idea from Diksha Bhumi, from Baba Saheb view.
And what was the experience? You traveled through 6 states to reach out to Nagpur. How was the response? How were the people reacting to your yatra? What was the reactions?
Yes, we are started from the Kerala. The Kerala means Sabarimala. Sabarimala, it's a totally Buddhist vigar. Kerala government also announced it's a Buddha vigar. So that way we are planned to start at Kerala near Sabarimalai. And we are calling the Sabarimalai is the Dhamma Bhumi. Tamil Nadu is the Sangha Bhumi. Karnataka is Ashokar Bhumi. Andhra is the Dhamma Bhumi. In Telangana is the Naga Bhumi. Maharashtra the Diksha Bhumi. So we are crashed the all ancient historical place. We never expert like that the people gave the more respect for Ashoka. They are celebrated. So it is because the people in the depth, in culturally, the people have expectation about the Buddhist revolution, but our leaders not take this kind of initiative. Our leaders always to teach our people political power, political power, political power. Our whole energy wasted by only one political power. But political power, the one of the power for the cultural revolution. So Baba Saheb mentioned after the Buddha only Ashoka lead that India. So Buddha already did the cultural revolution. By only Ashoka ruled that India. So if after that Ashoka, after the Baba Saheb, we need cultural revolution in India. The cultural revolution is a Buddhist revolution. Our leaders not gave the concentration for cultural revolution. They are spending whole life for political power, political power. Here we don't have give any respect for monks, but we give respect for councillor and chairmen. So this kind of status we have. So that why we need to give more attention for the cultural revolution in the way of Baba Saheb Ambedkar.
See, nowadays a kingdom of Rama is very celebrated because Ram temple is built in Ayodhya. So and when we talk about the Bahujan Shraman tradition, that how the Buddhist people, the aboriginal people from the India, they were having a king like Ashoka. So is it a replacement to the Ram Raja, to the Ashok Raja, that how Ashoka was a great king, and you're doing a historical and cultural battle to the mindsets?
Yes, of course, but we can't compare with Ram Raja and Ashoka Raja. Ashoka Raja is a real Rajyam. Already we heard. The people forget about real Raja, the ancient Dhamma Vijay and Ashoka. The people, our Vincent Smith, Baba Saheb Ambedkar said, Ashoka is the ancient father of India. That time there is no story about the Rama. The Rama story is have the only 500 years old age. The Ramayanam is a totally story of Buddha. The Mahabharatam totally story of Ashoka. They want to destroy the history of Buddha. That why they did one story about the Rama. They want to destroy the real history of Ashoka. That's why they did the story of Ashoka. The Mahabharata is Ashoka Bharat. In the one incident I need to explain to you, the Arjuna in Mahabharata, he said, I don't like to conduct war against our brother and sisters, friend of Krishna. He explained that time, this statement, that the scene that took from Ashoka announced to stop the war, after the Kalinga, that why they want criticized. You can't stop the war. So Arjuna is the Ashoka. So Ashoka have the multiple name.
They have captured and manipulated everything.
Yeah, they are manipulated. We are not did the kind of works. We are criticized only. So we are discussing the whole year, maximum of 100 years, we are discussing only Ramayana and Mahabharata. But we have the Buddhist literatures. Silappadigaram, Manimegalai, Kundalakesi, Valayapati, but we don't have any discussion about this. Here, the constitution discussion is happening here. We never we never take reference from our Buddhist literature. We are always discussing about because we never get awareness about the Baba Sahib. Because Baba Sahib, you don't criticize the Hinduism. Because if you criticize, they will create the new answers. So if you want to stop the Sanatana, if you want to stop the Varnasrama system, you have to teach the Buddhism. Don't criticize the Varnasrama and Sanatana. So the clear idea about of the equality, already we have. We have only dedicated to world people the Dhamma, but we are not teaching the Dhamma, we are not realized the power of Dhamma. So our Buddhist Fraternity Council clearly realized the power of Dhamma. So we are working for true, so it will win.
That sounds really great. So I'll be coming back to you, and now I'll move to Mridula. Mridula, I would ask you to speak in Hindi if you are comfortable, otherwise we can speak in English also. Why we need धम्म? हमको धम्म क्यों चाहिए? क्योंकि अब तो हमारे पास सब कुछ है, बाकी चीज़ें भी आ रही हैं धीरे धीरे. धम्म की ज़रूरत क्यों है हमको?
बाबा साहेब ने ये कहा है कि हमारा लड़ाई सिर्फ पॉलिटिकल पावर के लिए नहीं है, सोशल पावर के लिए नहीं है और इकोनॉमिक पावर के लिए नहीं है. हमारा लड़ाई एक स्पिरिचुअल बैटल है. ये एडुकेट, एजिटेट, ऑर्गेनाइज से पहले बोल देते हैं. ये वो पूरा कोट पढ़ना चाहिए ना. हम सिर्फ एजुकेट, एजिटेट और ऑर्गेनाइज कहते हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले बाबा साहेब उसको एक स्पिरिचुअल बैटल बुलाते हैं. तो क्यों स्पिरिचुअल बैटल है? क्योंकि धम्मा को धर्मा से वो एक लड़ाई है. धर्म में तुम्हारा जात का ड्यूटी करो बोल रहे हैं. धम्मा हमको ये सिखाते हैं कि हम कैसे वो शैकल से लिबरेट हो सकते हैं. इसीलिए हमको धम्मा चाहिए. धम्मा हमको धम्मा मिल गए तो सब आसानी से मिल जाता है. पॉलिटिकल पावर, सोशल पावर और इकोनॉमिक पावर. लेकिन बिना धम्मा हमको हैंड आउट के लिए हम वेट करते हैं. we'll have to wait for all these powers to be handed to us. It's not ours, but with Dhamma we can create that. We don't have to wait for someone to give it to us. We don't have to grab it from outside. We can create that abundance with Dhamma. So that's why Dhamma is important.
Were you there in the yatra? During that yatra you were part of it?
Yes, I was a part of it. I've attended. I wasn't entirely a part of it. I was organizing here in Bangalore, and I also sort of participated a little in Kerala, and again towards Maharashtra from Nanded onwards. So, whenever I had time, I would if it's over a weekend, because the yatra happened over 21 days. So I went whenever I had time over the weekends or so and participated when I could.
How was the experience?
The experience was wholesome, क्योंकि पहली बार मैं ये देख रहा कि हमारे लोग एक कल्चरली ऑर्गेनाइज हो रहे हैं. वी आर नॉट क्राइंग, वी आर नॉट सफरिंग. During those 21 days, we were collaborating and creating fraternity. We were fraternizing on the Buddhist values. We weren't fighting. We weren't we weren't expressing our anger alone. We were organized. We were united and cooperating on Dhamma. And that was beautiful because it created such solidarities and friendships. It was a memorable experience for each and every one of us. Whoever, that vibrance was there. We were like a vibe. So, yeah.
बाबा साहेब डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर ही कन्वर्टेड इन 1956. वो उस समय पे कन्वर्ट किए, लेकिन उसके बाद हम देखते हैं कि बहुत ज़्यादा कोई कन्वर्जन नहीं हुआ है विद इन द कम्युनिटी. दलित कम्युनिटी आप देखेंगे तो लेस देन 1% ऑफ बुद्धिस्ट पॉपुलेशन इज़ देयर इन इंडिया. वो कन्वर्जन रेट नहीं आया और वो बाबा साहेब के रास्ते पे लोग नहीं गए. अभी भी वो हिंदुज़म में ही फंसे हुए हैं. हाउ डू यू सी इट कि वो लोग क्यों नहीं आ पा रहे हैं? इज़ इट बिकॉज ऑफ सेफ्रेनाइजेशन ऑफ द दलित कम्युनिटी, और दे आर नॉट गोइंग थ्रू द पाथ ऑफ बुद्धा टोल्ड बाय बाबा साहेब डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर? हाउ डू यू सी दिस? व्हाई देयर इज़ नो कन्वर्जन विद इन द कम्युनिटी इन अ लार्ज नंबर?
The reason is because we are afraid of Buddhism. Why? Because they have manipulated us into becoming afraid of Buddhism. Right? We don't know, because to realize Dhamma you need to have your basics hunger free, and it requires a state of freedom that we are unable to access. First of all, we need to like sort of create that. We don't know how to create that. So once that happens, all of these conversions, and also we are not talking about it. Our people are uneducated by and large, right? We are unable to think about it because we are constantly distracted. We are unable to think about what our spiritual, what our human existence is for. So that space only humko nahi mila hai. So that's the reason I think that we haven't converted enough, and it's also because like our leaders have not encouraged it. We are distracted by irrelevant problems that have been solved by many other progressive countries, and we are still with those problems. So without that, we are unable to focus on our larger human goals. So that's the reason, is my opinion.
बहुत ज़्यादा एट्रोसिटीज़ हैं और हम बहुत बेसिक्स इश्यूज़ के लिए भी फाइट करते हैं, वेदर इट इज़ हेल्थ, एजुकेशन और एम्प्लॉयमेंट और समथिंग लाइक दैट. तो हमारी समस्याएं ज़्यादा, प्रॉब्लम्स ज़्यादा बना दिया है, इसलिए हम सोच नहीं पा रहे हैं कि हमको फिर एक सेल्वेशन की तरफ भी जाना चाहिए.
एब्सोल्युटली, आप बहुत ठीक से कहे हैं, क्योंकि हम डेली ब्रेड एंड बटर को कई लोग स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, जॉब के लिए स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं. हम ये सब के बीच में, हमको ऐसा नहीं है कि हमसे नहीं हो पाता, हमको पता नहीं है कैसा वो अकम्प्लिश करना है, वही समस्या है. सो वो मेरा आंसर है.
So what do you see in धम्म? आपका सबसे पसंदीदा चीज़ क्या है? What do you like in धम्मा?
What I like in Dhamma, I think whatever constitutional goals and values that I've studied about and I practice, I think that they are all found in Dhamma. They all are rooted in the Dhamma. And I'm able to, once I'm able to realize that within myself, that experiential knowledge, how I can create my own wisdom, that to me is very important. Because I think as a community, we've been fighting for our lived experiences to be valid. And I think that also comes from Buddhist Dhamma. Because that's exactly what Buddha had said. So I think that's my favorite bit.
और अभी हम बात करें मौजूदा दौर की, जैसे मैं प्रभु से बात कर रहा था कि राम मंदिर बन गया, तो राम मंदिर में जो मूर्ति लगाई है, द आइडल विच इज़ एस्टेब्लिश इन राम मंदिर, राम टेम्पल इन अयोध्या, उसमें बुद्धा को अवतार दिखाया है कि वो विष्णु के अवतार थे. देयर इज़ ए स्मॉल स्टैचू ऑफ बुद्धा ऑल्सो इन दैट इंटायर स्टैचू, उसमें बनाया हुआ है. तो हाउ डू यू सी कि बुद्धा को विष्णु का अवतार बताते हैं? इज़ इट करेक्ट, या आप देखते हैं कि एक ब्राह्मणवादी साजिश है, ये एक मतलब मैनिपुलेशन प्लान है उन लोगों का?
नहीं, वो एक एक्चुअल इंसल्ट है बुद्धा को, क्योंकि बुद्धा ने निर्वाणा अटेन कर दिया था और उन्होंने बोला था कि हमको वापस रीबर्थ नहीं होगा, और आपको वही उसी को लाइक वो रीबर्थ साइकिल में डाल रहे हैं कि वो 9th अवतार है और एक अवतार आएगा. वो इन माय ओपिनियन इट्स एन इंसल्ट to Buddha's life and his achievement of enlightenment.
Baba Sahib said the same, that it is madness.
Well, it's definitely an insult if it's not madness. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll move to Prabhu. Prabhu, you're planning the next phase of your yatra. I was talking about the Mridula. She was saying that you have a plan to visit to the Bodh Gaya. So what is the plan? What are you planning in next few months or years? What is your plan?
So already we did the Ashoka Ambedkar Dhamma Yatra. So our next plans, we need to conduct the Dhamma Yatra in every year. So so for that we need to prepare the Dhamma missionaries. So that why we are planning to start Ashoka Ambedkar Dhamma Missionary 2024. So Dhamma Missionary is, we are planning to choose 100 graduates. We are going to give 60 days training in the different Buddhist place. After this, we will make 10 group from the 100. So we will send 110 to one state,
Okay.
110 to other state. So 1 year they will contribute for Dhamma. And one Dhamma missionaries will create the 10 missionaries in 1 year.
Wow.
The 100, it will become 1,000 in 1 year. The 1,000, it will become 1 lakh. So this is our Dhamma missionaries plan. The Dhamma missionary will lead that Dhamma Yatra in every year. So here we are celebrating Diksha Bhumi in every year. The same kind of value we have the Buddha Gaya. Buddha Gaya is the world very, very important city, Gaya. But we don't have any importance. The government also don't giving importance for and the people not aware about that. So, but in every ancient countries, Buddhist people, they are giving respect in every year and every day in the Gaya. So, our Diksha Bhumi people also, we need to connect with the Gaya. So after the Diksha Bhumi visit, we need to visit the Buddha Gaya. So it will connect with the culturally we have the connections. So that's why our yatra will go to the Buddha Gaya. So we are going to dedicate Ashoka statue also is there. So Ashoka is not our ancient king. He is the father of India. He is the owner of India. But the government don't have any. They are spending money for Rama and Patel, Vallabhai Patel. They are treating Vallabhai Patel also 2,000 crores budget. Yes, budget Ramar Kovil also the same kind of budget work. They
are not focusing on Ashoka as in his kingdom.
Yes, but if you are a nationality people, you have to give respect for Ashoka. So
but they keep talking about that Akhand Bharat, the united India with Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh and everywhere.
Ashoka Bharat. Akhanda Bharat is the Ashoka Bharat. So they are claiming we are the ancient nationality people now. So here real nationality people, Buddhist people only the real nationality people in India. So now our Hindu people ex-Buddhist. They are worshipping 100 Vigar, 100 temple. The 100 temple is the Buddhist temple in Puri Jagannath, Ayodhya, Madura, Kanji. In everything's a Buddha Vigar. So we are going towards the Vigar only. It will reach the 100 years, we will reach. Our ancient Buddhist people, that's called as name, Hindu people, they will realize because truth never fail.
But in current situation, if I talk about the saffronization of communities, the Hindutvaization of communities, they're on the top of leading position. They have the government, they have their organization. RSS is completing its 100 years now, and they are talking about the Ram Rajya or the Hindu Rashtra. So how do you see that your vision or the Buddhist ideology, the Ambedkarite ideology, can counter that narrative which is being built by the Manuvadis and RSS people? How do you see it?
Yes, brother. So we only have the correct counterpoint from Buddhism, but we never used that. That is our big mistakes. They are working for lie. They are working for lie. They are creating lie. They are writing lie. So they are doing behind of lie. But we have the true history. True real leaders, real bhikkhunis, but we never use this kind of ideology. We are always spending time criticizing our enemy work. We don't have any initiatives work. So that's why we don't want to speak about what our enemy doing. You have to start initiative. So this is the Buddhist land. In America, in England, they are calling India as the land of Buddha. India is not the land of Rama or land of Vallabhai Patel. India is the land of Buddha. India is land of
Modi said in United Nations that I came from the land of Buddha.
Yes, he also no. So really they are worshipping very sincerely. Without Buddha, there is no God in Hindu religion. So how? So now they are doing new structure of Rama. The Rama structure took from the Perumal structure in Tirupati. The Tirupati is the Buddha Vigar. So so many PhD happen about the Tirupati.
We should be hopeful, na?
Yes. So we have the true. The true will reach soon. But so particularly I want to say for the leader, the revolutionary leader in India, they are working for lie, but we are not work for true. We only hide our true because we never speak about that Buddhism. Our national leader or any leader in India, if our Congress leader is the BJP religious, they want to raise the Buddhist voice. We have the national flag with Buddha Dhamma Chakra. So we have the Buddhist flag. There is no Buddhist flag in any Buddhist country. India only have Buddhist flag with Dhamma Chakra. But we don't have any claim by our leader. So our leader have the hidden Hindu ideology. That why they are not speaking about openly. But our Baba Sahib ideology is Dhamma ideology. So it will work in future because at the present they are doing, so now 2300 years happen after the Ashoka. After the 2300 year, we are started about Ashoka. Na? How it will happen? Because the truth never fail. Buddhist Fraternity Council initiate, it will become the national movement for our to claim our nationality in Buddhism, our Buddhist India. It will happen, sir.
Lovely. We are born fighters and we keep fighting for the truth. This is really nice. So I'll move to Mridula. I'm taking the last question. Mridula, बाबा साहिब डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर कहते हैं कि भारत का जो इतिहास है, इंडिया का जो हिस्ट्री है, वो ब्राह्मणवाद और बुद्धिज़्म की लड़ाई के अलावा कुछ नहीं है. वो हमेशा टकराव में रहे हैं. There has been a huge battle between both the ideology. So how do you see the battle between Brahmanism and Ambedkarianism and Buddhism? अभी क्योंकि हिंदू राष्ट्र की बात होती है, राम राज को बनाने की बात होती है, सब हिंदू हैं ऐसे लोग बोलते हैं. हाउ डू यू सी इट? और अभी फ्यूचर में कुछ लग रहा है कि मतलब हम लोगों को होपफुल रहना चाहिए या कुछ डार्कनेस नज़र आता है?
So I think there are two groups of people here. One group clings to a permanent status of privileges. And another group knows that for those privileges and good status to be produced, they have to keep working. So this is the battle that Baba Sahib is talking about, right? So we are fighting for equality, which means that, okay, fine, when you're in this state, okay, take control, you regulate, and then don't give it only to your son. Let others have an opportunity there. This is what we are ultimately fighting for us to be able to improve our conditions based on our work. Instead of having to live in boxes that are fixed. You are this permanently. You are Shudra permanently. Till the end of your life, you will have to work like a slave. You are born an untouchable, so you will die an untouchable. You are born a Brahmin. Nothing you do can take you off that pedestal. You are always great. This is the concept of Atman or permanent soul. You are born like this, you will die like this. And if you follow a certain order and you do what you are meant to do within this, soul status, then next time you might try your luck. We don't know what will happen, but you try your luck. If you do it properly, maybe you will be born as a Brahmin. That's the ultimate aspiration.
It is your sins, just because of that you are born in Dalit category and you are forced to do it.
Yes. And the other side says, yes, you are born in these dark conditions, but if you work properly with your mind, if you use your mind correctly, that's what Buddhism says. If you use your mind correctly, then you can overcome it. You can become more than this. You can transcend your birth. This is what we are fighting for. This is the culture that we are trying to fight for. So this is the ultimate battle. And that's what Dr. Ambedkar calls revolution and counter-revolution. We try to create revolution by saying, break away from the shackles of your birth. And the counter-revolution is no, stay where you are, be stagnating, stink like stagnant waters. That's the difference.
इसमें कौन जीतेगा? वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा ताकतवर नज़र आते हैं, they're more strong than us, या हम लोग अपनी जो स्पिरिट है एंटी कास्ट मूवमेंट का उसको आगे लेके जाते हैं? तो जीतेगा कौन? हम लोग बड़ी लड़ाई तो लड़ रहे हैं.
जीतेगा जो धम्मा को करेक्टली फॉलो करेंगे और प्रैक्टिस करेंगे. सिर्फ बात नहीं, प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. ज़्यादातर हमारे लोग, even when we know बुद्धिज़्म डॉक्टर अंबेडकर क्यों उनको एम्ब्रेस किया है, इवन व्हेन वी नो दैट वी डोंट फॉलो इट. व्हाई? बिकॉज maybe circumstances, maybe sometimes we're lazy, maybe we don't fully engage with it, maybe we don't believe it in the heart. So until and unless, only if that real experiential practice of dhamma can help you transcend it without any problems. The person who inspired me to embrace Buddhism, they themselves haven't converted.
Okay.
All right. So why is that? They keep talking about it. They were in fact the person who opened the gates of Buddhism for me. But why haven't they converted? There are few reasons for that. One is that there is this, we are habituated to a particular lifestyle. It's difficult. It takes a lot of energy and commitment to break away from that and then embrace something new. All right. Next thing, we might be connected to people who are not Buddhists, and we are afraid that socially we'll be ostracized if we embrace Buddhism, because it's a very new kind of, philosophy itself, right? And thirdly, there is this lack of practice, right? Buddhism is a religion which you can't only understand intellectually. It deserves, it requires a lot of practice to understand what Dr. Baba Sahib said, to understand what practice, in the sense to experience what that Dhamma is. Only when you feel it and when you have that can you understand why it is important to convert. So until a lot of people, when they don't understand it through experiential, awareness or wisdom, it's very difficult to get them to convert. So that's where the limitations are. But we need to sort of increase. We need to help them understand how Buddhism will change lives. So that also is one more thing, where people are living Buddhism and that positive effects are automatically seen. So once others start looking at the positive transformations in a person when they've embraced Buddhism, they'll automatically come and, they will embrace it too. So Buddhism is a religion which cannot be preached, it has to be practiced. That's the whole point, yeah.
ये एक लंबी लड़ाई है जो लगातार जारी रहेगी और हम सब लोग जो हैं इस लड़ाई में अपनी हिस्सेदारी निभाते रहें. बाबा साहिब डॉक्टर अंबेडकर ने जो रास्ता दिखाया है, बुद्ध का धम्म का जो रास्ता उन्होंने दिखाया, उस पर हमको चलना चाहिए. ये दोनों एडवोकेट मृदुला और जो हमारे भाई हैं प्रभु, वो लगातार इस कारवां को दक्षिण भारत में आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं. उत्तर भारत में तो लगातार आप लड़ाइयाँ देख ही रहे हैं कि वहाँ कैसे जो ब्राह्मणवाद और अंबेडकरवाद के बीच में सीधा टकराव होता है. लेकिन दक्षिण भारत में भी इस तरह की आवाज़ें लगातार उठ रही हैं. इस कन्वर्सेशन पर आपकी क्या ओपिनियन है? इस लड़ाई को आप कैसे देखते हो? व्हाट्स योर ओपिनियन अबाउट बुद्धिज्म एंड ब्राह्मणिज्म? आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, प्लीज़ राइट डाउन इन कमेंट बॉक्स एंड डू सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल. माय नेम इज सुमित चौहान एंड माय टीममेट मोहित इज हेल्पिंग आउट विद मी ऑन दिस रिकॉर्डिंग. थैंक यू सो मच. जय भीम.
जय भीम. नमो बुद्धाय.
नमो बुद्धाय.
साथियों, अगर आपको द न्यूज बीक का काम पसंद है और आप चाहते हैं कि हम यूं ही अम्बेडकरवादी पत्रकारिता करते रहें, तो हमारी आर्थिक मदद जरूर करें. आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर दिखाई दे रहे इस क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करें और न्यूज बीक फाउंडेशन के खाते में अपनी दान की राशि भेजें. क्यूआर कोड के अलावा आप यूपीआई के जरिए भी मदद कर सकते हैं. आप हमारी यूपीआई आईडी newsbeak@yesbank पर भी मदद भेज सकते हैं. इसके अलावा आप हमारे अकाउंट में भी मदद भेज सकते हैं. खाते का नाम है न्यूज बीक फाउंडेशन. अकाउंट नंबर है 02358800000640. IFSC कोड है YesB000235. बैंक का नाम यस बैंक है और ब्रांच है नेहरू पैलेस, दिल्ली. आप डोनेशन के एवज में इनकम टैक्स में भी छूट पा सकते हैं. डोनेशन की रसीद पाने के लिए ट्रांजैक्शन का स्क्रीनशॉट हमें भेजें. टाइप करें डोनेशन स्पेस आपका नाम और हमें 8595794224 पर व्हाट्सएप करें.